All right, so we back. You know, we do, our show is like a special show. It's like a variety. It's a seasonal recap. We can't do it every day. Can't do it every week. But when we do the show, we make sure that it's profound, it's prolific, and it's about the playoffs right now.
Playoffs been great. First round's been great.
First round's been great unless you live in New York. Knicks ain't make it, and Brooklyn got swept. And by the time you see this, it'll be a little bit after Brooklyn getting swept. But we can talk about the future of the Nets, what it means for Durant, what it means for Kyrie, what it means for bum-ass Ben Simmons, who don't deserve to be in New York City right now. I got an issue with. Here's my thing about Ben Simmons.
I'm gonna let you cook first. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you cook first. Go ahead.
Even when Charles Smith did what he did back in the day against the Bulls when he messed up under the basket, at least he came back the next year and tried to redeem himself.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? He tried. He wasn't afraid. And I respect him for that. I don't like him, you know, as a player, but I respect his ability to come back, deal with the criticism, and try hard every game that he could. Ben Simmons don't even want to come back. He don't even want to play. He said that the anxiety that he has triggers the issue with his back.
So I gotta, all right,
Come on, man.
Okay, so let me piggyback. So first thing first with Ben Simmons, if he does really have mental health problems, I get it, and I hope he gets that shit fixed or whatever. One, the Nets put him in a bad position. They should have never said he was coming back. They should have said, yo, we don't know.
But he's clear. You can't.
They should have never said that. You listen, the team was in kind of like in a little turmoil just because how the series is being played out. They should have never said that. They should say, yo, every time they ask the question, he's day to day. We're trying to see how he plays. If he clears, we'll see. We don't know. Ben hasn't played in a while, and we're not trying to rush him back. Plus, trying to throw him in the fire. Because now they got told people, let's say the Nets would have won Game 3.
Right.
So now he comes in Game 4. He hasn't played in a while, and if he would have stunk it up,
and they lost,
and it would have lost, it'd have been crazy.
But look, even if you don't play, just suit up, just be available, just be there.
So one thing I don't remember what athlete said this, but I was watching one sports show and he said, yo, you could tell when certain players love the game or love what the sport can do for them. And I think Ben loves what the sports can do for him. I don't know if he loves basketball. That's the question right now.
Right.
If you love basketball, you would have played.
I agree.
You'd have attempted to play.
Right.
I don't know where he's at mentally, and I don't know if he loves basketball.
Mentally, he on Twitch right now. He like trying to get his numbers up, subs up. That's where he at mentally.
Yeah, his 2K rating is horrible right now, probably.
You know who loved the game? Blake Griffin. Blake came in there.
Well, does he love the game or he's playing for child support? Yo, Blake, if you don't take that person, Blake, it was just little jab. It's all good.
He was there to play hard.
Blake played hard, and LaMarcus Aldridge was buried at the end of the bench, which I don't understand why he didn't get no minutes during this.
How is he health-wise? All right, because I know he had that little condition that made him
I don't know what happened. I don't know. They never said. KD, he tried, and I'm not even really going to criticize KD because KD carried this team pretty much for the whole year. He was playing so many minutes towards the end of the year. I was praying that he's like, yo, I hope he doesn't get hurt and pull a Kobe. That was similar to what Kobe did that one year. He carried the team on his back and he tore his ACL at the end of the year. Yeah. And then after that, the rest is history. I'm not mad at KD getting outplayed by Tatum because it looks like it's Tatum's time. It's time for him to take that, and going against KD was, his benchmark. Now, the person I do have an issue with.
Oh boy, Martin Luther Irvin. Kyrie X.
So, I try not to be so hard on Kyrie because he's from New York. He went to Duke. He's a Dookie.
Oh, that's it. Yeah. By the way, he loves the Blue Devils.
We're not gonna talk about that Final Four. It never happened. So I try to support Kyrie as much as I can, but every time Kyrie opens his mouth, I don't know what he's. Bro, you can't be that tone deaf.
Yeah,
the last 2 interviews that he did after the 2 losses from Game 3 and Game 4, Game 3 he says, yo, we in jail because, we wasn't together, so we couldn't gel. No, we couldn't gel because you didn't want to get a shot.
Right. And
you turned out to be a part-time player.
Right.
And then you know, at the end of the year, you came back and played. You thought you was gonna get this exemption from the city. No, and the thing that killed me with Kyrie, he think he's bigger than what he is. Fam,
Right.
you're not LeBron, you're not KD, you're not Steph Curry, you're not one of those dudes. He thinks he is, but
Right.
his talent is, but him as a player in the NBA, you're not. You're not one of those dudes. And I think and then the second one was, oh, we're gonna manage the team. Me, Kevin, the GM, and the owner gonna manage. Why would they even talk to you?
Oh, he said that?
Yeah, and after Game 4 loss, he said we're gonna get together.
Oh
and manage
no!
it.
Oh, he's
Why
gonna
would
manage your ass right out of there, out the door.
Whoa. That's not gonna happen as long as KD says so. So this is a funny thing. I had a conversation with
Yes.
Spice earlier today. I gave him the perfect analogy for this. Somebody needs to pull KD to the side in the same way how Leo Cohen, Kevin Childs pulled Jay-Z to the side and say, yo, bro, we love you. We think you could be a bigger star, but you gotta get rid of your man.
Right.
And meaning Dame Dash.
Right.
Somebody gotta get in KD's it and break that up. I understand I'm a big loyalty fan and all that, and if that's my friend, I'm gonna stick with you, I'm gonna ride with you, whatever the case may be. But if you're paying attention to me, if y'all watching this and watching everybody from ESPN to Fox Sports or whatever you watch, CNN, whatever, everybody's pointing the finger at KD and not Kyrie, which is
Right.
unfair to him.
Right.
And it's messing up his legacy. Because now, this is his 4th year here. I think there's 3, so this will be your 4th year next year, will be your 4th
And
year.
they haven't
here.
played as many games with each other
Yo,
for different reasons.
Right. This is gonna be your 4th year here. And if you don't win, when are you gonna start giving him the Carmelo treatment now?
Right.
But now they might give you the pass because you got 2 rings, but you didn't get the 2 rings here.
No, you didn't get him in New York.
Right.
New York
So they
fans
going.
don't care about
So
that.
ask Carmelo. When Carmelo came here, they loved Carmelo. They loved him.
Yeah.
Until they started losing and things wasn't panning out how it was supposed to pan out. Then you became the villain.
I look at it like this: when Kyrie went to Boston and got everything that he asked for in terms of opportunity, then turned his back or gave Boston his ass to kiss.
I'm coming back.
I say that showed me his attitude towards things. When he came here, started walking with the Papa Smurf stick, whatever, and doing the sage and the Miss Cleo before the game. I'm like, yo, what are you doing, bro? Like, I just feel like his skill set is his skill set, but then there's always got to be some distractions with him. Like, he can't just play. It's always got to be Kyrie is a great player, but this, but that. He's doing this, he's in that, he's saying this, he's saying that. It's like there's always distractions around him. And I don't want nobody on my team like that. Now, in terms of the shots, I don't knock nobody for what their stance is on that, whatever, right? But if you gonna come back, you better start winning.
I mean, how can you win where once it goes and it goes back to him not playing consistently? Because now you're asking me if I'm playing. We have 3, let's say we have 3 games in a week. I'm playing 1 game out. Where's my conditioning at?
Conditioning, consistency, chemistry, all that stuff. Yeah.
You know, then they're asking other players to do more outside of their box because you're not there. And I told.
But they stepped up. Steph Curry stepped up. Claxton stepped up.
Right,
Brown
like I said, they're gonna
up.
roll the ball out there, score 130 points. They're gonna roll and give up 140.
Right.
So I told people, don't get enamored with the 2 offensive players you have. When it's time to get a stop, because mind you, they never got blown out none of those games really like that. They couldn't get no stops. They couldn't. They couldn't get no stops. So I think the Nets gonna have to kind of not blow up the team. They gotta have a serious conversation. They gotta have they're gonna have to have that big homie talk with KD. Like, yo, listen, I know that's your guy, but he's messing us up here.
We need some pieces.
And we need pieces. This is how you know this is a Knicks town. I said, well, why you say that for? He was like, because if they was playing on the Knicks, this story would have been times 1,000.
Right.
This story is gonna ride for about until the end of the first round, and after we ain't gonna hear nothing about it until to the off season, until what they move. If this was the Knicks, they'd have been talking about this at least to the conference finals.
Right. And Ben Simmons, if this was on the Knicks, Ben Simmons wouldn't be able to walk around New York.
It's a fact.
He wouldn't be, because I remember when after this situation happened with Charles Smith in the Garden on 34th Street, he was wearing, I remember he had a fur coat on. This was like the next year. What was that? 90, was it 93? It happened 93.
93, yeah.
So the fall of 93, when it started getting chilly out, the season had just kind of like started.
Okay.
Charles Smith was on 34th Street. I mean, he had a fur coat. he was walking in the street like it was all good in the hood. Yo, everybody's like, yo, get the fuck out of here. You bum ass nigga. Yo, they was letting him have it in the street.
Yo, you held it down, bro. You did your thing, you tried, bro.
To this day, yo.
You should have tried to dunk the ball, but that's a whole other story.
I never felt so disappointed. And like, I really was looking at my TV like, what is going on? It happened in slow motion. And I
said slow
like, yo, I'm sitting there like, what? Like, if you're a Knicks fan, you experience the emotional highs and lows, whatever. And then you got Stephen A. Smith fanning the Flames on First Take in the morning.
God,
this situation with Brooklyn, like, you feel it, but you don't. The city don't feel it, and that's to your point. Like, when something happens with the Knicks, it feels like
it's a little different.
It's dramatic. This one, people are mad and people are upset, but it's a different kind of vibe. Like you said, it hasn't really taken over. So it's still first round. By next week, you know,
they'll be off. Unless somebody says something, then the story will carry on.
Right.
But I just feel like things they had somebody has to talk to KD about his boy, man. Like, I understand being loyal and that's your friend, but
I gotta get this ring.
Some things, your friendship could be bad for business.
No, I don't think, because if anything, the rest of the Eastern Conference is just gonna get better. Like, my picks at the beginning when we did this, I said Miami and Golden State.
You said, I said
my final four was Final Four was Golden State and the Jazz, which the Jazz is about to be out of here.
And I had, for the West, I had the Lakers who didn't make it, and I had Golden State.
Right. And then in the East, I had the Heat and the Bucks.
I have the Nets and the Bucks.
Yeah.
Which the Bucks, for now, it could be the Nets. It could be the Bucks and Golden State at this point, hopefully.
Yeah. So I got two live dogs in there. So we'll see what happens.
Lakers, fuck y'all too.
That team. You mean the Los Angeles Clutch? Because they're not even the Lakers no more. They the Clutch.
Started with that,
Rich
bro.
Paul.